to it. Let us see that eyes are closed and Mangalacharan Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva. You are my father and the mother. What exactly we are, I would say, displacing or replacing both words. Now I know my parents, and that is coming from the default mind. And we become aware of the para prakriti, so that Krishna, that innermost self, is my father and the mother. How come? One great wave in the ocean gave rise to many ripples of small waves. One set of wave is my parents, and then their parents, and then their parents, and then I am. That perception is required to become a great seeker. Tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva. You are my sibling, you are my friend. Why friend? You are that kind of a friend and a sibling who is always near to me, who is always available. What prevents not to be aware of you? It is superimposition, it is delusion, it is ignorance. That is what our Master Krishna or Shiva says. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. One, that you are the knowledge, means you are the pure consciousness, and which is all pervading, so it is not localized. It is not localized and it is in me. Yes. And you are the giver of the knowledge. So giver of the knowledge demands the humility to be open, not to get carried away by the default mind that is impulsive and demanding the pleasure and happiness from the world outside. Tvameva sarvam mama devo deva. So we are transcending all the religion. At the same time, we have no criticism, blame and complaint to any religion or cult or dogma or belief. We have nothing to do with them. That is the message. We are the God, you are the God of all the goddess, all the gods. That is the key. Now you can open your eyes. One guy wrote to me, I am so attached to my family. How can I practice detachment without becoming cold or uncaring? There the message is there. The goal is not to stop loving them, but to stop seeking your happiness from them. So it means I love for the sake of love. I am communicating for the sake of expressing my love and peace to you. Oh, by attaching your mind to the eternal, that is the meaning. Krishna says that you have to worship me, you have to pray me, you have to meditate on me. 3 out of the 1 aspects of the Krishna or the Shiva. That is what Krishna is saying. I'm bringing it at a very, very pragmatic and empirical level. So by attaching...
Sophia asked me the same question, so it's interesting that you're bringing it up.
The goal is not to stop loving them, not at all. Even with those who are your enemies, I love them. But to stop seeking my expectations are fulfilled by someone outside, whether you are a friend or a foe. No, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested that you are also the same wave coming from the same water, and I'm also the same wave at the physical level coming from the same water. So it means I am attaching my mind to the Shiva or Krishna. I free. You free your loved ones from the burden of being your source of happiness. You are making all your relations free from the burden of being your source of happiness. I believe you are hearing. My source of happiness is here, my Krishna, my Shiva, none else, including nowhere else, nothing at all. This allows us to love them more purely and selflessly. Now, I don't love you because I am dad and you are daughter. I love you for the sake of love. I love you for the sake of selflessness. That is the key. That is one. So it means, when I start that with that awareness, I live my life. The life goes in totally and about. You're always calm and relaxed.
One thing I see more and more is just all the concepts that we live around and in that are just exactly like whitewash on the waves, the foam on the water. And it's like moving all over and so chaotic, but so insignificant. Oh, thank you.
Yes. You see that Satchidananda absolute existence consciousness is like a golden thread which is invisible in a carpet. The front of the carpet is so beautiful pattern, beautiful color. Now go to the back of it. You can see just an arrangement of lot of the threads. There is no design. But all of them are tied to one golden thread that is invisible. Why I say so? Because all the different threads of the carpet anyhow are woven together. They show a different pattern. So there is something, that intelligence is there. So that intelligence, that real self, that Krishna, can you show me where is the Krishna? No, I can't say you. There is a golden egg. Its presence is always there. It has woven beautifully the physical body, 5 senses, 5 motor organs, my intellect, my ego, my impressions. I'm just giving you that metaphor to see that.
I was smiling because I was doing my practice, and I was sometimes I have a voice that's maybe mine, but it tells me something, and it said, like, where does being and non-being meet? Where does unmanifest and unmanifest meet? And I was kind of going, and I thought, well, if I'm centered in the moment, maybe if it's in the perfect now, which is the most minute, I realize that the now is, you have to discard everything, right? So you have to get quieter and quieter and more subtly, because it's so, it passes, but it's current. It passes instantly, and it's also eternal, right? But it's so delicate, I feel like, to get to there, be there and stay there. Every fluctuation of the mind, I realize, even the most subtle one takes you out of it, but I was thinking, is there a place where all that comes together, that I focus on? So just in that practice, I was trying to imagine such a thing.
My friend, come together. You are talking the entire solar system and the galaxy, including my body, breath, mind, intellect, and ego. All are woven together. That is present everywhere. in everything.
Yeah, I realized my delusion. I said, no, it's all pervading. Why am I?
Yes.
Why am I?
Yes.
Why am I trying to localize it?
It
you know,
is.
and that struck me.
So what struck, because my mind says, oh, can I see it through my sense organ? It cannot be seen. My master used to give a beautiful metaphor. Oh, a mother cried to the son, give me the butter from the refrigerator. So the son was lazy and also smart. So he brought the entire pack of the yogurt to the mother. Where is the butter? Son said, butter is already present in the yogurt. Don't you see that? It is unmanifest. You told me to bring the butter, so I brought this butter. It is unmanifest. It does not, what is unmanifest does not mean it is absent. That is the point I'm making. Where is the golden thread?
That's a good
So
point.
symbolically we use this word golden thread. So where is the golden thread? There is no, I cannot see through the sense organ. No, it is present. It is that intelligence, it is that consciousness, it is that knowledge which manifests into the beautiful pattern of the carpet in the front, and simply series of the threads are tied together on the back of it. So that carpet is me, my body, breath, mind, intellect and ego, and that is what. So we have to be a seeker. We have to be a seeker. Last week I was giving this lesson to this guy. His extra intelligence is very deeply embedded into the physics, especially the metaphysics, the quantum physics and what we talk about it. And he said that I see this wall is a solid, the matter is a solid. Why I see it is a delusion. The fact is that everything is energy. Because I'm seeing only through my sense organs and it has a limited perception. And that is why I see it. And that is how the 4 types of evildoers, we will explain, we will understand it deeply. Why? So that at least we should remember, we should not move there. But why we are talking about this? Krishna means that business. Krishna says that don't go to the Himalayas and practice meditation where you don't meet anyone. It's very easy to reach to the higher state. But you are living your personal life, family life, social life every day. You are interacting with a lot of people. You will meet different kinds of people. So who knows? As long as you are not awakened, who can dictate and misguide you?
Why do I hate that guy?
Yeah,
right? What's that trigger? Where's that coming from?
Yeah.
I better look into that one.
Yeah, that is what. So the 4 types of evildoer, or 5 types. First type is Mūḍhāḥ. Mūḍhāḥ word, deluded fools. Those who are ignorant and don't recognize that one reality, one Krishna, one Shiva, or one real self. That is what we categorize them as deluded. Lowest of the men, second category, the lowest of the men at the mental and emotional level, those who misuse their human intelligence and turn away from the real self, or Shiva or Krishna here in this case. Those who misuse their human intelligence, they know there is something, but still they ignore it. That is the second category. Whose knowledge is stolen by the delusion, that is the third category. those whose knowledge is stolen by the delusion or Maya. How come Maya means world of name and form? World of name and form, what it means? I have $1 billion, I have a big mansion, I have a beautiful husband or a wife, I have wonderful kids, I have, one of my, he is a wonderful guy, but he cannot leave his attachment. He is a mortgage lender of the homes, a wonderful guy, very intelligent. He always used to invite me for my birthday. You see this watch, he used to say, I said, yes, it's beautiful. Casually. It's cost $15,000. Oh, wow, very. So he always has this. And then on the other side, he divorced first wife, he married to the second, and this time I visited New Jersey. Last year he left the second one, and he has the beautiful daughter like Sophia, who is doing so good. Who says, "What, Dad? Why you are attached after that?" Something Lexus, some highest model, I don't know. No, I bought this car. He always says me, Guru, I bought this car. I know what you will say. I said, what I will say, you don't contemplate and reflect on it.
He knows what you're going to say.
And you are claiming that you know what I am going to say. Whose knowledge is stolen by the Maya? Third category. They are very polite. They are very soft people. Whose knowledge is stolen by the Maya? And I told him, your knowledge is stolen by the Maya. What should I say? What should I say? See, he brought a gift for me, and he said, no, I will spend 2 hours with you. He has been very close. So I said, okay, let us spend. So I left this, I left my wife, and now she is doing very good. Whose knowledge is stolen by Maya? You just drop this delusion and you are there. But no. The fourth category,
in his case, would you be just trying to have him not this, sort of
no, I
seeing
just
the falseness in things? How would you
I just continue, that? I just pick up any principle from any text so that it meets the context, what he is talking about, and then I explain it. Yes, then I have to be regular. It's never been regular. So he misses it. Now I went to the doctor and he gave me went to a psychiatrist who prescribed him some medication. Then he called me and then he stopped medication. He did the practices of meditation for a couple of weeks. He had not to take those medication, and then he went back again. Knowledge is stolen by the Maya. So even not only for the teacher, but also for the seeker. If this is happening in my life, I have to get rid of it. No, it is very dangerous. Very dangerous. And another category who are demonic nature, those who are arrogant, egoistic, and hostile to the journey of the self-discovery. These are the few types. We have to remember, my mind sometimes becomes hostile. I have done the practices for so many years, nothing happened. What you want to happen? This guy from Austria, he has been with me for the last almost now 8 and 9 years. I restarted the journey from the basics. He realized that he was able to maintain his ego all these years. Even though he understood all the principles, nothing happened. So how it was revealed, I asked him that how many times you were upset last week. 5 times on a single day. I said, how come? When you know all these principles, I cannot control it. I said, you need not to control it. You have to be an observer. And I started with the default mind versus the discerning mind. Today, just before your session. So I said that what you have learnt is not a waste. You have to remove this demonic nature, and that knowledge will descend down into your mind. How? Start with the basics. That is why the Krishna is talking about it. My master used to give, 10 hours and 20 hours only on this verse. Said, no, you have to understand it. No, I'm not
What
of
verse
that
are we
nature.
on? Just to make, sorry, which verse are we on?
7.15, 15th verse.
15th verse.
The master says, no. I said, no, I understand, master. He said, no, we don't know the past impressions. When that will take over you, you have to remember this. That you have not to live into that state at any point of time. And then I recognize this importance of how Krishna, master teacher, the deluded, the lowest of men, those whose knowledge is stolen by the delusion, and those who partake the nature of demons, these evildoers do not surrender unto me. Surrender means do not recognize me, do not undertake the journey of the self-discovery. Surrender means that surrender is not of military. Surrender is of is a recognition that I don't recognize I am suffering.
Surrender is the most powerful
yes, surrender is the most
aphrodisiac to fear and many things. Yeah, it's the yeah.
My master,
I recognize what it is.
My master, he says, no, I have to talk. Understand this, it will happen. And he is right. It happened many a times in my early days. It happened. And then I returned, oh, this happened. Because you remember what your masters taught you. If you are a seeker, leave everyone in your family. Your family is your Krishna and Shiva, my son. He used to tell me, I never used to get it. Your real family, that Shiva and Krishna, is not going to leave you. Your honey can divorce you and honey can fight you, but Shiva and Krishna can never fight with you. Understand that is your real family. And I remember that changes. So the master's teaching is different. The first category of evildoers, these are the people who constantly engage in sinful or unrighteous actions. Their deeds are a result of their own free will, and they chose to act against the principle of righteousness. What is righteousness? I have to categorize the two types of thought, speech, and action. What are the first category? I should know what is right, good, and proper in my personal life, in my social life, in my family life. I must do it. Obligatory. It is duty. I have a duty the moment I am a driver on the highway to drive as per the speed limit. I am excited and agitated and I am speeding or I am slowing down. That is not right. So those people who do not understand this, what the hell, honey, you don't listen to me, let me divorce you. Do you listen to the honey? Are you calm and relaxed and then you are ready? Why don't you meet his or her expectations? Why you enjoy meeting her expectations, hence he or she is changing and you are also changing. First category. solution. Second category, deluded fools. These are the people who are ignorant of their true nature and the nature of the Shiva and the Krishna. They may be well educated in the worldly matters. They are extremely intelligent in the worldly matters, but lack spiritual wisdom. I gave you another example. I don't know, you don't know it. Him. He runs a very beautiful some medical system, rich like you. So anyhow, he attended couple of the sessions, and then his wife was expecting a baby, and then he called me one day. He said, "You know that I have a greater responsibility. My wife is expecting a baby, and hence, I will not attend your sessions." So internally I was laughing. I said, "Oh, it means you are delivering a baby or your wife is delivering a baby? What it has to do with attending the session?" So you are very well educated, you are very polite, but you are still in ignorance. So I said, "Very good. I am very happy that you are taking care of your honey." Why I said so? Because you are already deluded. And if I challenge your delusion, you will fight with me. Krishna says, never disturb those people. Never disturb those people. It is not your right. It's a greater teaching. It's a very higher teaching. People miss it. Teachers miss it. In a one group session, he always sleeps and lazy in a session. I just remind him, but I don't react to him. There is no need. That is the way the world continues.
So, I've noticed this isn't difficult to do when you kind of drop the ego of Eric or Girish. Yeah. I mean, when you're not defending anything,
no,
then sure, why not? What's the difference? I'll do your opinion, sure.
My master became very angry. One shouted. I was pressing my son. Did I tell you? I think I told you. And the master called me. My son complained to my master. Then my master called me and he shouted, "What the hell you have to do with your son? The moment he is born, he is separate from you. At the social level, you have a label of father and son." So because he knows that I love him and I cannot go against him, from today, I take over his responsibility. You need not to say anything to me. I said, "Done." I was not unhappy. I was not hesitated. I said, "Done, master. I trust you. I believe you." What happened? I changed. Because I changed, I saw the change in him. Those are the moments you can never forget, especially living with those masters. So that is the second category. The third category, the lowest of the men. Why we say the lowest of the men? They also have 5 sense organs, 5 motor organs. We are not talking of the color, shape, size, height, and age of a human being or gender. Pay attention. This refers to those who, despite being born as a human being, which is considered a greater opportunity to become a seeker, what they do? They squander their lives in material pursuits without any thought or spiritual progress. They are concerned only with their own gratification and act without any moral or ethical considerations. I want to bring in the beginning, I was little bit surprised, Every politician in our country, my friend talked, I have a good family, I'm committed to my family, and I have committed to my kids, and then I have a relationship with someone. And I said, what is this? So is there any standard in US to have a politician, to have a family, to be committed to the family? I did not understand that. I have still to understand that.
The standards seem to be missing these days. Maybe they never were there.
So I said, okay. So I am not going to leave my impulsive nature. So I am the lowest of the men. Now I can go to the mass prayer. I will confess what I commit, but so every politician says the same thing. I don't know whether any politician does not have a family. Anyhow, so we will leave that part. The fourth category.
That's an interesting observation. Maybe that's true.
So it used to surprise me. I said, "Oh, very good." So to be a good politician means that you are committed to the family. Why you are not committed to the nation?
Right, that's your job.
That's your duty. Leave everything. Anyhow, fourth category, those whose knowledge is stolen by the delusion. These people may have some knowledge or intellect, but their understanding is distorted by the delusion. There is a peace and happiness inside. No. So this guy, whose wife was expecting, now he did not contact me. And so he is saying that, what he is saying that, my pleasure depends on meeting expectations of the wife, illusory. They may have spiritual knowledge, but it is not integrated into their life. And they use it for their own benefit rather than for the service, rather than performing their duty in the world. Oh, let me perform my duty. My wife is expecting, so let she deliver the baby. Let me continue my journey. No. So I'm already deluded by the Maya. And those who partake...
You're going to need that more with a baby than ever.
So, okay. So I said, I'm okay with it. We don't... So those who partake of the nature of demons in the fifth category, this describes those who are atheist, arrogant, filled with the pride. They are antagonistic towards the so-called the word God in the spiritual principles. They believe themselves to the ultimate enjoyers and controllers and reject the existence of any higher power. They are the center of the power.
Last night I told, I was looking at the moon or something, walking in, I told Carlene, man, this world is just so beautiful, it's like a miracle. And she said, did you see my day, this, and that? I said, oh, that's the false world. That's like, the illusion covering the beautiful world. There's a beautiful world. The real world is beautiful. The mind-made delusion is not. It's ugly, but it's not even worth looking at. It's it's not real. But I could easily see in my mind like this over here, all the drama and the people and how false it all is. It's just you can see it's like superimposed on reality.
You see that now the Krishna also wants to convey that we should not have an attitude developed in all these 5 categories. If we have this attitude and we are still pursuing the path, we have to change. So in the first category of evildoers, their attitude is one of the self-interest and a disregard for ethical principles. They believe that and justifies the means. When you believe that end justifies the means, then you engage in corrupt practices. And justifies the means and are willing to harm others to achieve your goals. They may be cynical about the morality and view righteous behavior as a weakness. So your kindness, your forgiveness is your weakness. We hear in the society. No, that is not good. I received an email from one lady. She told me, my daughter told me that I'm a crazy lady. So you are a senior here, and it got me upset. I said, why you get upset? My dear daughter, your time is also coming. Wait for a few years. So sometimes we have those attitudes, we have not to say that. In the deluded second category, our attitude is one of the intellectual arrogance and close-mindedness. These people are convinced that their rational, worldly knowledge is the only truth. They may scoff at religious practice. Many people say that I'm a spiritual person. What changes has taken place in you for the last 5 years till you left going to the church? There is no change. I said it is better to go to the church than becoming a spiritual person and not going.
I never tell anyone because I think I act like a fool probably all the time. I don't want to tell people I'm spiritual. Look at me sideways.
Look at the Krishna, the subtle nature of our mind. He extracts deluded fools. Their attitude is one of the intellectual arrogance and close-mindedness. No. So I reject the religious practice. You did not undergo. You did not understand that. Any religion. It has nothing to do with a specific religion. We are not religious. We are embarking on a journey of the spiritual. But it does not mean we reject anything. No, we accept everything. The third category is the lowest of the men we discussed. Their attitude is one of the apathy, indifference. So we are living, we are bubbling with that energy, peace and happiness, love and wisdom. Have you seen in any session that, no, I'm feeling lazy, I will give lesson next day? No, it never happens. I don't know, it never happens. So the attitude is one of apathy, indifference towards anything beyond our own immediate desires. They believe that their life is meant to be enjoyed to the fullest, and they have no interest in concepts like self-control, service to others, spiritual growth. They are not at all interested. So we have majority of the people like this. The world is full of pleasure, let me get it. They might say you only live once, so let me have all the pleasures. Let me grab more.
You only live once, so why not make it short and painful?
Short and painful.
You only live once, that's going to be an ugly live.
That is craziness. Beautiful verse. The fourth category, those whose knowledge is stolen by the delusion. So their attitude, that comes of hypocrisy and intellectual dishonesty. It's a kind of hypocrite people. They intellectually accept spiritual truth but are unable to apply them in their life because of their ego is still in control. Ego is controlling me. They use their knowledge as a tool. I pointed out indirectly to this guy who is almost 54, 55 years old. I realized in that group session, he is an Indian guy, I recognized in a group session, I felt it. And I pointed out, I said, are you attending my session in the in the kitchen in the presence of your wife? He said, yes. I said, what the hell? Why you are attending my session in the kitchen in presence of, you want to convince your wife that you are a spiritual person? He admitted that. And then I'm pointing out, is the room closed? Now your training is that your room should be totally closed. You have to do the practice. You belong to this category and it is not going to help you. And now what happened? So in every session he feels lazy and he is sleeping. But anyhow, it is a group session, so people notice him. So now should I reject him? No. The master says you have not to do anything. Let the time come. They will awaken. It depends on Shiva and Krishna. It is not your duty. So he is also happy with that. At least my talk, it helps me to sleep better. It is a good thing. At least I am helping him. Fifth category, those who partake nature of demons. Their attitude is one of intense hostility. People are hostile, arrogant, disbelief. They are driven by powerful ego and cannot accept any authority higher than itself. They are at the last ladder. They are the lowest level of seekers. They see the God as a concept invented to control people and view spiritual principles as a threat to their own power and freedom. Many politicians rise to that level. They believe in their own power to create, destroy, and control the world around them. Rejecting any notion.
I've been there.
That is, I should. So these are the four categories we need to guard ourselves. If the mind moves into that, sometimes we get totally frustrated, leave everything, nothing is there. I'm totally frustrated, I have done a lot of practices, nothing is happening. Oh, so you had, with your ego, you had lot of expectations to happen in this way. Oh, so God should listen to you. That is not going to happen. You come into one of the five categories explained by the Krishna. Now the four categories, verse number 16. You are on the path of a seeker. The first category, you are distressed. So you are distressed and you seek help. You go to the church or religious places or a religious people to seek the blessing. At least somewhere deep in your mind, you believe that there is existence of something higher. So you can come into the category of a seeker. Don't worry about it. How Krishna beautifully, intelligently says that. At least you have something. The second category is that you are already having enough to meet all the physical necessities of the material world. You have a good job, you have a good wife, good family, everything is good, and you want more of that. But you want more of that with the help of the God. So you are still a seeker. You are still a seeker. Second category. Seeker, you are seeker of the wealth, you are seeker of the gain, you are seeker of the power. Many people in India, they go to these religious great teachers and they used to approach my master. Politicians used to approach my master also. Why? Master bless me. What? Why? So that I can win the election. So I will cast only my one vote. My master used to say that is only one vote. No, master, if you bless me, I will win. Sometimes they used to win and they used to bring lot of gifts for the monastery. I said, he used to say, God has done it. I have nothing to do with. Now, yes, out of respect, you are bringing the gift. I will share it with everyone. Bring it. So that is the second category. Third category is the real seeker. I want to know what is the real self, Krishna. Now he goes into the path of the knowledge. It is the 7th chapter. We have already done the first 6 chapters of Karma Yoga. We have understood knowledge of the real self. I know you, I am resting in peace. So I know the real self, or the God and the Krishna, I will rest in peace. They are the real seekers. We'll talk in behavior and their attitude. So third category is those who seek to understand the spiritual truth, the entire journey of the world, cosmos, individual, ego, everything. And then I recognize that I am the real self. When? All the time. Where? In all the location. With whom? With everyone. I'm a spiritual person. I'm defining totally in a different way. So then what is the fourth category? Fourth category, they already know it. They realized it. But they are still in the world. They communicate, they talk, their devotion, they have a direct experience, and they continue their journey, that this is what it is. So in the 16th, the 17th, we will talk in detail about the 4 categories. The 7th, I just want to continue with how the Krishna is teaching us. Krishna says that, did you understand? So fourth category he says, that is why my master used to say, once a seeker, always a seeker. If you remain as a seeker, your ego is always in check. You don't allow. So he is a man of knowledge. So now Krishna explains the characteristics of the 4th one. What he says, man of knowledge, Krishna says that among these, this man of knowledge is the most superior. Always united with the Krishna through unwavering recognition of the Krishna at every moment. What he says? He says that man of knowledge, constantly united with me, united with Krishna at the highest level, supreme consciousness, who has exclusive devotion to me. So he is using the word devotion. Again, same word, recognition. I recognize, even while speaking, can I recognize that he is the speaker? He is manifesting through this body, and the mind is the best. But now Krishna changes his tone. He says that I am dear to him. I am exceedingly dear to him, and he is exceedingly dear to me. This is the 17th verse. So it means that love, that dearness, that nearness is from both the sides. Now both the side means what? I constantly, consistently recognize Krishna is with me, Shiva is with me. In the same way, Krishna also recognizes that you are the greatest seeker. Do I feel that presence? Yes. Do I experience that? Yes. All the time? Yes. Now what we say in US American way, he throws a bombshell in verse number 18. What he says. So by explaining, he says, those seekers, indeed, all 4 categories are noble seekers, but the man of knowledge is me and my real self. There is no difference between the individual self and Krishna. That is the realization. Profound statement. Krishna is teaching. He says, no, there is no difference between that seeker and me. No difference means he is me and I am him. That is Nisargadatta Maharaj, that is Ramakrishna Paramahansa, that is Swami Vivekananda, that is my master, that is Swami Chinmayananda.
I have a question. I think I get it, but when it says that he's like an uninterested, so he's not. So it says he's extremely dear to me. So me in reality, and he's extremely dear to me, right? But then in several other verses, he says, I'm uninterested, sort of. What is the term? I forget.
He is me and I'm him.
But then he says he's very dear to me, right?
Yeah.
But then in the other verses he says that no one is dear to him, but everyone is dear to him, right? But is that saying that in closeness and in realizing him that
you have recognized Krishna with an image, the way Ramakrishna used to recognize the goddess in front of him. He used to communicate with the goddess. From the standpoint of two people, one is goddess and one is with my individual self, with the body, mind, intellect and ego. I am communicating with you. I surrender to you. That is the first. Second is, you are in me, the goddess Kali, that presence, minus image. That is the second. Still the difference is left. Because I recognize you are different and separate from me, even when you are in me. But now Krishna throws the bombshell. No, there is no difference. You are me and I am you. Means what? I recognize that all eternal, all powerful, all knowing. But he throws another bombshell in the verse number 19. We are going to understand that as we move on, just because I have to conclude these 5 verses. Then in the 19th verse, the Master says, Krishna says, that person, that man of knowledge is rare. Is rare. They are known as Mahatma. Maha means great, Atma means great soul. They are awakened, they are realized, they are Buddha, they are Jesus, they are Ramakrishna Paramahansa. They are rare breed, which we can read. It doesn't mean that other people have not reached to that state. There are thousands of people living still in the Himalayas. They don't want to come out. They said, no more teaching. No, why should I teach? I'm happy here. What to teach? Everyone is Krishna. To whom I have to teach? So they don't want to come down. They don't want to adopt any role. Oh, I'm very happy with this. No, I'm not going there.
That's essentially like their prarabdha, right?
They're a product
how their body, mind sort of
my master
conditioning happened.
My master used to send me to those masters. Oh, you go there into that cave and go and meet them. Master, you say something. What should I say? They used to ask me softly. You are what you are. What to say? They don't want to come down. They don't want even to say that you are in ignorance. They don't want to say that. Because they recognize you, they realize you, that there is no difference between him and them.
Yeah, they're living in their state and they're not coming down to your state. Right? They're just going to stay there.
That is why they don't want to come out. That is why they want. But those who want to come out, they have an attitude of passing on that knowledge. Not claiming them that they are the teachers, but they continue their journey. The first meeting, Buddha went to the kingdom, in his own father's kingdom. Father said, I know, I heard about you. I heard about your news that you were eating once a day. That was only the dry bread. You were sleeping on the floor. Now condition is there. If you are ready to become the king of this kingdom, I'm ready to accept you. Wife said, okay, I'm ready to accept you also. So the son, Buddha said, I have come here to ask you to follow me to show you the path of peace and happiness. I have not come here to accept the kingdom. First message. But he gave the message, he returned. Second time the Buddha went. These metaphors helps us to understand clearly. This time Yashodhara was the name of his wife. I want to meet you personally. Buddha said, yes. When you are awakened, so you have no fear, nothing to worry. What about the inheritance? So now we may think, oh, inheritance, kingdom, only one son. What will happen to the wealth? Buddha said, call your son, call our son, Rahul. He initiated Rahul into the monkhood. That is your inheritance. That is your inheritance. Yes, Yashodhara. What is next? Yashodhara touched the feet. I said, you should also be inherited. From there, the monkhood of the women started. She also became a great monk. Rahul also became a great master. Mahatma, verse number 90. Verse number